Okay, hello and welcome to Pixels Plays realMYST Masterpiece Edition Part 2. And notice my setup is a little different this time. I have a HD webcam, although I don't know, well, it's always been HD, but this is 1080p. A Logitech C C922. I experimented with their little ChromaCast, I think is what they call it, but it's not very good. Like, I can kind of demonstrate how bad it is here. Like, I experimented with like putting myself kind of in the corner here, and I can go into properties, switch from this to ChromaCam. Actually, a bit bigger. This is what ChromaCam looks like. Yeah, it gets up a little. No, I'm probably screwed up my Elgato thing here. Yeah, I can go like this in the corner, and my hair is disappearing, and I mean it's completely separate from what what my hair is doing. It's completely separate from what the app is doing. But yeah, it's not very good. There's also a pro version, which I don't think makes the actual technology any better. It just like adds some extra features on top of the HD technology. So, streamer, do you have a Twitch bot? I guess that can do backlight correction, which doesn't really help that much. I should make my shoulders disappear. Effect backdrop? What the heck does that mean? Yeah, anyway, this is not very good for my current setup, so we're just going to use the webcam proper. I'll put it up here maybe. I want to make it a little bit smaller. There you go. They have a guy who responds to something that's going to go. I think my typical playthrough here and go with Mechanical Age next. So, want to look at the Mechanical Age. You see the door closing there. See how glitchy the window is this time. Okay, actually not glitched this time. Actually can see out the window, although it still feels a little weird. It still feels kind of like a rendering trick. Yeah, like it was entirely glitchy the first time, but you can still tell that like this is a two-dimensional image just being rendered through a window. It still looks a bit uncanny. Yeah, it doesn't look like natural. We have key for our access code, so it's actually probably one of the harder puzzles that we have, but also one of the simpler Also, feel free to indicate any comments whether you think that the note-taking feature is cool or distracting. So, the first part we do is fairly straightforward. We change this clock to read 240. So, okay, so this controls the big hand. Also, there's a MYST logo in the middle. I'm not sure it was part of the original game. I think it's a little disconcerting that the middle of the clock says MYST. That should be correct. So, take this to the final marker box. If we're going to speed run this, we'd actually now be able to beat the game. This is like the only puzzle you really need to complete to beat the game. But we'll so we got a combination here, combination lock here. So we'll get it a bit to read 221. The problem is that the way of rotating the combination is a little yeah. So we can get 2-2. But now this rotates the bottom two. This is basically like a Rubik's Cube. I think we have to do a certain number of steps or it resets the whole thing. Because we got that little thing here. Okay, so that's our challenge here. This is a lot of trial and error, isn't it? Let's do a certain number of moves. Honestly, I'm really tempted to look at Walkford right now. Like, this is, so this is free. Is there a way to walk around this? Not really. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, probably. Just two sets of 1, 2, and 3. Um, uh, oh, this is making my head hurt. This is making my head hurt real bad. I can get this to read 2, 2, 1. No. No, I should. This is an E-rated game, damn it. This is live, and I'm just. Wait a minute, what the? Okay, so you can hold it down. You can make it just the middle part go. I don't know. There we go. That's just a trick to it, is to hold it down. Okay, so see the model of... I think, no, wait. First, we actually need to read the book. Story time. Okay. Before arriving at this age, I was determined that it would be a journey to a world very different from my previous adventures, and it was. The sky here is dark and gray, and incessantly displays flashes of lightning in the distance. I met a very old man with a long beard and hair that hangs to his waist. He is very feeble and has trouble even moving. This man has obviously been through many things in this strange world, and I have learned many things from him. He has told me an interesting story of this world's history. Years ago, he told me, there was a beautiful city that rose up out of the water. It housed many people inside its walls, and the people had everything they wished for. The city was surrounded by three high hills which rose higher than the city. On the east hill of the city rested a large lookout post. The people of the city had constructed the post, expecting visitors to arrive from the east. People had no means of traveling on the water, which forced them to merely wait for friend or foe. As time passed, friendly visitors brought rumors of an enemy that existed beyond the horizon. The people grew fearful, yet nothing happened. One day, the usually sunny sky became as dark as night, and black ships appeared on the horizon. Lookout post's attempts at peace were turned away, and the sentries that there were easily overwhelmed. Excuse me. The ships continued to wreak havoc on the city, apparently destroying everyone and everything. After the foundations of the city were destroyed, the city sunk deep into the ocean, and only the lookout post remained. The black ships sailed away. The man continued to say that the 8 people had hidden and managed to survive through the attack. In the 9 years since the attack, 2 of the survivors had died. He also said that it was rumored that 10 years from the attack, the enemy would return to finish the destruction they had started so long ago. I had decided that hearing the man's story, it would be admirable to save this civilization and stop this enemy's plan for destruction. I'm excited about the adventure that awaits me, and an idea has sparked in my mind to provide the needed defense for these people. I met the remaining survivors today and have begun work on a plan for protection. After a short absence, I have returned to this age with my two sons. They have, as of yet, traveled rarely with me, and they are understandably excited to be here. They have grown considerably since Everdunes, and it is already obvious to me that they will be a great help this time, instead of the nuisance they have been in the past. All three of us, along with four of the healthier survivors, began construction today. We are building upon the city's ruins, which will provide the perfect foundation for our fortress. My sons have been spending much of their spare time on the South Island, where most of my materials are stored. I am very pleased with their intelligence and their creativity, and their creativity is refreshing to see, as they work on some small projects of their own. It has been over 4 months now, and construction is going well. My sons love the world except for its gray sky. They detest the gray sky, and tell me many times they wish the sky here were like the blue sky in Myst. The old man I first talked to tells me that the enemy is due in 4 months. I feel we will be ready when the time comes. The man reminds me of Emmett in many ways, and I often wonder how Emmett and his people are doing. It has been 6 months of work, and we have finally finished the fortress. It rests between the three hills, which are now only islands due to a rising water level that the people experienced after the attack. Inside the fortress, I have designed a most intriguing device. It makes use of a technology called holography. I have began experimenting with on my visits to Aspermere. It will be working in a couple of days after I compensate for some small miscalculations. This holographic device will enable the survivors to learn to use the fortress. The enemy is due to come soon, and I trust the fortress will provide sufficient protection for all of us. So here's a look at the layout of the island. There's a track. I don't think I'm taking notes based on this. Hopefully, the black ships have come. Their attack was substantial. The Rebels have been stopped, and it appears they have turned away in defeat. I could not help but smile as I watched the boats leave. Insignia of the black ship. Last night we had a small celebration, and the old survivors danced their dances of old. My sons did not understand why the sky had not turned back to its original blue. The old man told them that the storms would never end until the enemy was destroyed. I assured my sons that a blue sky was not worth the risk of death, and they seemed to hear me. I have had a healthy adventure and have begun work on a new book once again. I must leave a familiar age in search of a new universe I have begun. But first, I will have to an extended time with Catherine, whom I miss very much. I must also return to the people of the tide. I believe in my travels, I have found a substance that will ease the pain of their bone ailments that they have long endured. I hope to return to mechanical age one day and find the population growing and my fortress still strong. Though the sky may always be black, I am confident the people here feel a heavier darkness has been lifted from their shoulders. Well, the sky is certainly blue now. don't remember this age quite as well, so I might be going in a little bit blind. There's this thing, there's a combination I probably need to discover. That plus signs. Okay, I remember this vaguely. So we had the the bedrooms here. Looks like it's probably belongs to Cirrus. Given the fact that he's a lot more like sophisticated. You can sit in the chair. Okay. I wonder if that's from one of their older games. Maybe an Easter egg, like, 'cause it's like Cosmo or whatever. Or Manhole or whatever that came out before. Got a telescope here. Can't really angle the there's that. This is Farrakhan's room. He has a more macabre sensibilities. He also has something of a throne. The other room has a bed. Okay. Has a crossbow. Bunch of maces. We have a hidden chamber here. Got the blue page. A mummified head. Not sure about like this Achenar fellow. Uh oh, I'm stuck in here. Got this cage. Electrified cage. Okay. I think Cirrus's room has some sort of hidden area too. Got some portrait rotation simulator. Calibrating. Clear how we find his red page. Um, hmm. He's a fan of D&D? Hmm. I'd like to find both the red and the blue pages, eventually. Wait a minute, is it? Aha. Yeah, there's a bunch of coins and there is the red page. Okay, so do that. Okay. We're still on this island. Did I just like rotate this all the way around, or did I not do it right at all? Or maybe just I just open the elevator door for some reason. Okay. What? Okay, what the heck am I doing wrong? Do I need to go to the middle? What good does that do me? there's no open door, so this is. Oh god, this is hurting my head. I've got heartburn too. I don't know. It just means my like webcam video seem a little wonky. I think the frame rate's going a little weird. I don't know. I kind of want to do like one installment with for each age, but this has me positively stumped. And I did so well in the I don't think it fortress rotation simulator. There's two levers. I only see one lever. Don't know what the heck this does. Like a brake? Locks it in to where we need to be pointed. Okay. With and then okay. It moves it to the nearest possible platform. Okay, cool. Well, I'll figure that out, but I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to do back here. Got the elevator open, but I don't know what to do. There's like this middle area, but I can't do anything here. Well, first I'll be able to do this, and then when I go to the top floor, there's just nothing here for me to do. Like there's just some bunch of gears and such. Oh. Aha! That weird thing. Give me some time to move. So well, this is the problem Mr. Free corrects. What? There's different sound effects for each side. How do I get out of here then? Is a question. There you go. Okay, I think we're... Whoa! There's a skeleton. Seems like the black ships have been allowed to take over. Okay, so we're pointed... Hmm. Okay. At the black ship. Okay. I'm playing this way too late at night. My mind isn't as sharp as it should be. This is... This is quite possibly terrible game design. Like, I know I said it a lot. Like, Earth anywhere in Riven. But the fact that you can't really see what you're doing here is bad. It is terrible. What were they thinking? In the words of a great man, what were they thinking? Um, I suppose there's audio cues. Sort of. I mean, not really. There's no... Hmm. We hit something. I think. Okay. Now we're back here. I'm really too tired to play this game right now. I'm sorry. Like I'm just... channel would have been better as my second. Um, how long I've been playing it is just. It's been a little under an hour, so. So anyway, this is a kind of shorter installment. I don't know if I'll be playing anything else tonight. Testing my new webcam. It's a little bit better. Anyway, thanks for watching. Info for support us on Patreon. I might do I don't know. I don't know if it needs to be a bonus video. I got this for 50 bucks with Farpoint from a shop. So I may be doing. I might do like a little PSVR like side thing. Maybe try Doom VFR again with this thing because I was really curious to how much better it might play with the with this controller. So I've been meaning to fiddle around a bit more with PSVR. I also got Moss, so I might be playing that. Just going into sort of a mode of playing random games. Although I might go back, finish Chrono Cross at some point. Anyway, thanks for watching. You follow us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. I know a little bit helps. You know, even $1 contribution will, you know, at least have a motivating influence on me. Eventually, I'd like to get some kind of green screen. But that's probably gonna wait until I have my own place, because getting a green screen up here is gonna be kind of tricky, and then I'm gonna have to like move it like in my new place anyway. So, anyway, again, just tell me what you think about like the whole note taking aspect. Whether you think it's you know, kind of cool. You know, it's very it's relatively simple. Like if you want to know how I'm doing it, I have a laptop. I'm using with Elgato Capture. I just have Microsoft Paint running on it with a green background. I write notes with the touchscreen on my on this laptop, and I in OBS Studio, this live streaming software that I use, I just expand it so that it's like over top, and then I use a chroma key to get rid of the green, and voila, bam, you've got a note overlay over everything. I don't know if I've really seen anyone else really do something like that, so it's kind of a neat little idea, and it's working out pretty well, I think, but I want to know if anyone thinks it's distracting having these notes, you know, over everything. You know, if I should perhaps try to just do like a little side window, kind of the way I did before with Ribbon, or if this is actually just like really cool and neat, and you know, the only thing I kind of wish I could do is actually, you know, kind of see what I'm doing a little bit more, because you know, there's a bit of lag with Elgato, and I haven't had the coordination regardless. So, but yeah, I don't think I really have a text to do it in a way where I can actually literally have the text over the visual, over the video. But anyway, it's not really that important. Like I'm taking notes. Like there's not many points where I need to actually like draw over something that's on the screen. So so wait, you can, besides all the Patreon stuff, you can do all of the things that every YouTuber has asked you to do. And until next time, sayonara.